All right, let's have a look at GameStop, please. Where is it today? $205 a share. I want to bring in Ben Mezrich. He's the author of The Antisocial Network. Ben, you've got the story of the retail investor versus Wall Street about GameStop. All right, who won?
It's a great question. You know, for a short moment in time, the regular person won. People sitting on their couches, betting their stimulus checks on GameStop, drove it almost to $500 a share and took down Wall Street for a short period of time. In the end, we still don't know who really won, but the regular trader is still doing pretty well considering the value of GameStop is still incredibly high compared to what it is that they do.
But that fight, Wall Street versus the retail guys, that really reshaped the whole investment world, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a revolutionary moment when the mob, a big group of people gathering together on Reddit, suddenly realized that they had power, that they had an enormous amount of power. And this bubbling up anger that I think regular people have towards Wall Street, or have had since 2008, came to a head in this sort of David versus Goliath drama, where they realized that they could push the stock of just about anything to the moon as long as they stuck together and didn't, get weak.
I understand that your book is headed for the big screen. They're going to make a movie about this. So are we going to see the guy who runs GameStop, is it Ryan Cohen, I think it is. Are we going to see him played by some famous actor? How's this going to work?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's going to be a big movie from the same people who did The Social Network. It's an MGM movie, which also makes it an Amazon movie going forward. But it's going to be a big movie, and all of the characters are going to be played by big actors. It's such a dramatic story because you don't often see regular people winning against people who wear suits and ties to work. So it's one of those momentary stories that I think is going to catch a lot of attention.
In your book, do you identify a villain or a hero?
Well, that's the interesting thing about this. I don't think anyone ever sees themselves as a villain. And so, you've got the hedge fund Melvin Capital, which was doing the most obvious thing in the world by shorting a company like GameStop, which, was kind of an absurd company. And even though they're pivoting a little bit now, it's still fairly absurd to be worth as much as it was worth. And then you've got Robinhood at the center, which you were just talking about, which handed the tools of a Wall Street trader to everyone and kind of gamified it, although you could say that Wall Street was already somewhat of a game, but it actually made it like a video game because everyone had in their hand this thing that, right, like you said, shoots confetti when you buy a stock and gives you lots of great pictures. And so college kids, 20-somethings, turned it into a giant casino for a short period of time. And I think that going forward is going to keep happening. So I don't know if you'd call them villains, but Robinhood, hedge funds, and then Citadel sits at the center of the story. Citadel being, the big market maker who basically sits at the center of the American economy.
Ben Mezrich, that is one movie I will go and see. Thanks for joining us this morning. Good luck with the book, too. See you later.